Hey everyone, this is the Drew Experience, the show that's 80% combat sports and 20% everything else. I'm your host, the handsome rambling Jew, aka the Hebrew Hammer. And today I got two big returnees. These are like I actually had these two when I started my podcasting journey, and they had them among the most views and plays. One is a successful owner, coach, and former Muay Thai fighter of Andrada Muay Thai. He is the one, the only. He could be mistaken for UFC flyweight former champion Brendan Moreno, Jason Andrada. And the one next to him is, she's officially now a licensed massage and rehabilitation therapist for all athletes. She's also has a big announcement to make in terms of what she's doing with her career, and she's the one, the only. She is also famous for rehab, being the UFC Shevchenko sisters, Valentina, the flyweight champ, arguably the greatest among the greatest fighters ever, and her sister Antonina La Pantera Shevchenko. She's the one, the only, the beautiful, and the most down-to-earth Cindy Hernandez, aka Happy Panda. Welcome back to the Drew Experience, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, Drew.
It's good to see you guys. It's a pleasure. When you guys say yes, it's like when returnees come on, whether it's a second or third time, it's like, it's a big deal. So that means more to me, because there's plenty of others that will get someone on only once, and then they'll never have them on again. So it's important to have some repeats sometimes.
Definitely. We had such a great time the first time as well. Yeah. So this is just more fun.
Always great talking to you.
Yeah.
Same here, especially like where I send you my crazy ass memes. Like I think I firebomb your DMs with the craziest memes. Like people ask me like, what is on your Instagram? And I say it's a mix of car accidents, people falling, amateur jackass. So Jason, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for all the memes I firebomb you with.
It's all good. I appreciate the humor.
Perfect. So guys, how's it been, man, since the last time? So last time I had Jason on, he was cornering Valentina before her fight with Jessica Andrade. And Cindy, you were in the midst of really working to get your accreditation back and your license to do what you do now. So how did 2021 end for you guys?
It ended kind of like the same way it started. It was pretty good. Just stayed busy with a few of those UFC fights, and then getting my fight team a lot more action. And we're starting off this year good, getting these guys busy, getting them some more experience, building up some of the new guys that they're about to make their fight debut. Never been in a ring before, so I get a lot of responses from people. They're always afraid to get hit, or they don't think they can do it, and the best thing you can do is just start training. And just getting those guys that have never trained, that have never fought before, getting them on the path to living their dreams.
All right. And what about you, Cindy? It's been a crazy year for you too.
Yeah, definitely. We're bouncing. I manage the gym for Jason. On top of that, I do my own sports and medical massage therapy, and working with the fighters here and their families now. Everyone's been kind of referring out. I did recertifications all last year for sports massage and medical. So I do medical practitioner massage work as well, which is awesome. So I've been working with even infants as well, and pediatrics, and then as old as geriatrics as well. So my realm is like gone completely broad, but it's awesome to get people educated that massage and recovery go hand in hand, but it doesn't have to be always gentle, soothing, and relaxing. It's let's get the issues addressed and fixed, so you don't live life feeling okay, you feel great, because that's where we're at. And that's that's the biggest thing that Jason says when people ask him how he's doing, and he's like, I feel super great. And it's like, that's how people should respond, instead of saying, oh, I'm okay, I woke up a little creak in my back, my neck's a little tight. It's like, we want people to be doing their best at optimum performance. So it's been going really great.
Super important. I definitely agree with that, because now that I'm back into training too, because like they opened up the gyms here, I'm realizing all the neglect I've had on my stretching. So now I understand why you're saying stretch, put the videos out. I'm understanding. And by the way, this is just a shout out to the sensei from my school, Michelle. Sensei Michelle has like been on my case, but it's for good reason. He's like, you need to get mobile. He's like, otherwise you're gonna have surgery, and you don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. I tell people, you can avoid all the bigger issues. Address it now while it's a little bit going on, a little stiffness. Because if you wait till something completely blows out, then that's a whole nother process of recovery.
We don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So yeah.
I need to stretch more.
Yeah, but you're like ripped and shredded. Like I see your stories.
No,
like
not anymore. That was last year. That was 2021 when I fought. And I'm not really too big right now, but you know, I'm probably up at like 160, 165.
But it's healthy.
Yeah, staying in, you know, staying active and staying mobile on my morning workouts. Just keep doing the same thing I've been doing. I just got sick of posting up all the bag work because it just looks the same. It's like repeating the same post over and over again. But yeah, I need to stretch more. So you know, I tell the students, you know, do what I tell you, not what I do. You know, I don't stretch enough. I should.
I should too. I mean, especially like when I do leg days on Mondays, I always like just get lazy. Like, forget it, I'll do it. Now it's like I got to do it because let me ask you something, Cindy, because you know you're an expert on the massage and all that. When you start getting little shocks like on your feet, like under your feet, that's a sign you need to start really stretching, right? That's the breaking point.
That's a little part of the breaking point, might be going past that. So the biggest thing, like I tell people, when you're getting those little shocks, those little surprises on the bottom of your feet, especially when it's more towards the arch and the heel, that's beginning stages of, you know, shin splints. It could also be plantar fasciitis, all things that are workable, but people go to treat it first immediately at where the pain site is. And a lot of them underestimate on how much that's actually affecting from the tightness from your calves and the tightness on your shin, so your tibialis. And if you don't address those issues first, your constant tightness is still going to build there. So address the tightness that's far away first. So it alleviates all the pressure that's going on down there. But definitely you're going to want to start, foam rolling those shins, foam rolling the calves. It's not fun. And a lot of people are like, how are they doing it? I'm like, it sucks. I'm just grunting. I'm biting down on my teeth when I do it. But if I don't, I get those little tweaks too going on the bottom of my feet.
Yeah. And especially now that I'm back and going to be competing. Once I shed this COVID 40, I went from 185 to 220. I'm a heavyweight right now, but I'm never going to fight. Depends on karate and Muay Thai, but I got to get this. I got to get down to I got to get my friend Mo, who who corners me, says you got to get down to 180 your fight weight. My walking weight is 185, 190. So just for those who know, I'm open about it. I don't care. But if you want, because at the end of the day, it's going to motivate someone to get off the couch and start training. And then I'm going to get messages be like, hey, if I could do it, why can't you? And my excuse is Uber Eats.
So easy to hit that button.
Oh man, cheese bread.
It's so you can save so much money.
Yeah,
you could save so much money. Cook at home. Uber Eats is awesome though.
The good news is I eat at home now because I live on my own, so I don't have to live because I was living with I was living at home before, so I had to eat like kosher because I'm Jewish, but I don't believe in that. It's just that's just like I like freedom of choice. So if I'm gonna eat pork, I'm gonna eat pork. So that's what I love. But my new diet now is it's kind of carnivore, where it's like a lot of horse meat, bison, steak, veggies. Breakfast is mainly fruit with poached eggs, and and just water, no soda, just black coffee. I'm not trying. I'm doing it. It's gonna take time, but it will come.
Well, it takes time, but it's worth it, man.
Exactly.
It is. So 2021 ended on a very good note for everyone here. I my podcast is, it's not about me. It's more about the guests. But Jason, Andrada got a big boost when when Valentina, the Bullet Shevchenko, said that she's training at the Andrada, because she did mention in ESPN, which was a great way to put awareness out. Cindy, you became you started branching out into more like areas now. So basically with 2022, how has 2022 been for, I know we're only 3 months in, but I feel this has been like a better start to for everybody this year.
I mean, last year was good. This year's going to be good. It's all what you want to make it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for sure. Make it good.
You guys gonna corner Valentina in June? Gonna go to Singapore probably?
I don't want to go to Singapore. It's I'm not.
Jason doesn't like.
I have my
more than 5
passport.
hours.
Yeah, I don't like traveling too much. I think Jacksonville was far enough, and then the Andrade fight was here. So I don't know what she's planning to do. She's still back home with her family. So I haven't seen her since the last fight, since Antonina's last fight. So when they call me, I pick up and I go train. So that's I do my job, get it done.
Nice. No, they're in they're in Kyrgyzstan still. I think I was talking to Cindy about it. They've done so much. Like they've been great company women, doing what they need to. Like they deserve a break. Like, let them enjoy their homeland for a bit. I want to go to Kyrgyzstan now. I want to do that horseback riding thing. You see the horseback riding thing?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was amazing. They haven't seen their mom in over 2 years with everything that happened with the pandemic, and that's their biggest relationship there, of course. And so for them, I know it's to be that far away from their mom, not being able to, for her mom not even to be able to come here. It's big for them to be able to have that time, quality time. It's right now for them, it's catch up quality and just making those memories and enjoying their country and spending time with people.
It's well, the mom is the president of the Muay Thai Federation in Kyrgyzstan.
It's a family business, man.
That's nuts though. Like, it's crazy how like you guys basically it's crazy how like basically like that Muay Thai connection brought you guys together. So when she made that announcement to say, hey, I'm at Andrada, did that like help raise awareness? And then did you get more like students coming in, be like, hey, I saw Valentina's announcement, so I'm here to train, I just want to start?
I get a handful of guys that come by and have mentioned it. I mean, I get people from recommendations from all over. I get visitors from out of town that have watched me fight before. I have people just hearing about me online and seeing my reviews, and just all over different people hear about me from different places. So it's I never know where they get me from.
It's crazy. How's it been for you, Cindy? Like, since that announcement was made, like, have you been getting like more? I mean, it's broad because like you're doing with pediatrics and medical, but like, has it been like how do you plan your schedule around it with all the bookings? Like, it must be pretty tough.
It's hard to say now. It definitely is, but I think one of the biggest things, and it's also like speaking in regards to like the gym, we've never really had to advertise as individuals or anything. We've never paid for marketing, billboards, none of that. Our biggest thing is referral. We are who we are, and granted, we may not be for everybody. Some people want different styles, some people want different personalities, but when people have walked in here for students and memberships, 90% of the time when they tell us that they were referred, it's either a previous student or somebody that knew somebody that came to the gym either one weekend once and had an amazing time and just told their friends because they were in Vegas. So like having that impression on people, that impact where it makes them want to share that experience and have their friends succeed on that experience as well, because now they're in Vegas, it's awesome. And then my clients, like I tell people, it's like I've gotten messages and like you get the messages from people are like, oh, well, I don't, I see different faces all the time. I'm like, well, because once my clients are on their own and doing great, I'm not going to see them but every 6 to 8 weeks for maintenance. So that's my biggest thing. If I'm seeing somebody every single day for every month, I'm not doing my job right. I want to get it to the point. Like, granted, I love my clients. They're amazing. And I'm lucky enough that I get to choose who I work with. But at the end of the day, I want them to flourish. And if they have to see me less for that, great, because that means I did my job.
Exactly. And then you get a small break too. So it's more you time for you and Archibald, who could not be here to Archibald Hernandez. Yo, guys, I'm gonna make this announcement. I'm buying a German Shepherd or Chow Chow. I don't know why. I want a Chow Chow or a German Shepherd soon. One day.
That's a lot of shedding.
That's a hairy situation right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name my Chow Chow after the Chinese premier. You know, you gotta culturally appropriate a bit. You know, you want him to feel powerful, and I gotta give my German Shepherd, my future German Shepherd, like a German name. You know, you want him to feel like some ties to their homeland. I'm talking smack here. Don't worry, but it's in the goals. It's between those two dogs I want. It's gonna be Harry, or a Belgian Malinois, but those dogs are psychotic. I don't know. What's it like having a French bulldog? Like, I mean, Archibald, like, he seems pretty simple.
He's not. It's like having a permanent 3-year-old. That's the best. Like, it's like I also got 2 Yorkies at home, and they're quiet and mellow and just like live life. But Archie's just all over the place. He sees people, he's like, oh, I have new friends, and he just wants to run up to them. And yeah, he's 30 pounds. He's a big breakfast burrito, as I like to call him. He means well, but he's just obnoxious. But he's my love bug.
He's a unit.
Yes. He's massive. He trips me on a daily basis. So yeah, he's done it a few times here at the gym, so I gotta be careful.
Has he tripped you, Jason?
No.
No, he'll run into my shins and then just back off.
He's gone full on. Like, he'll charge, like, to tackle, because bulldogs naturally herd. And he's gone straight into Jason and then just like walked away. He doesn't know that.
What kind of dogs do you have, Jason? I mean, I keep forgetting.
I don't have any dogs. I have a plant. I'm not good at taking care of animals, man. I don't have time. I don't have time for that right now.
You've been doing good with the plant.
Yeah, my plant bit has been going up and down. It's, sometimes I get to water it. I'll leave for a couple of days, and then it'll be a little dry, and then I'll start taking care of it and then it'll get healthy. But then I forget to water. It's a situation, man.
Isn't it crazy how, like, we're just better at taking care of like others, but we can't take care of like it's like I have a plant too. My mom gave me 2 plants. She's like, you need 2 plants for your apartment. I was like, no, I don't want it. And she kind of forced it on me. So and she's like, how's the plants? I'm like, they're semi-alive. Like, I'm like, you want my honest opinion? It's like, I'm not taking care of them. Sorry. Listen, she loves plants. I didn't want it.
I live like in a forest at home, but it's my time out. That's what I like. It's my time off my phone, not thinking about clients, work, any of that. It's my time to kind of just reset, focus on something else. But that's how I use it. It helps me in that aspect. But yeah, your little chili plant.
Yeah.
You get your little peppers.
Yeah, I only have it because my little brother gave it to me for Christmas or a couple years ago. So otherwise I wouldn't have any plants either.
That makes sense. Yeah, for me, I just recently bought myself a Nintendo Switch to like get away from being on this on social media and just to get away, because I'm like, and I got Pokemon because mentally I'm physically 30 years old, but mentally I'm 12. So playing Pokemon again, like, I'm cool like that. Some people are like, no, you shouldn't be playing. It's like, no, you know what? You need to find something that you need to separate from. Okay. For me, it's playing video games right now because I need something different other than like constantly promoting. But it's important to separate. Like, you do your gardening. Jason sells chili plants. Is that your new side hustle?
No, I only do this, man. I'll go watch a movie sometimes, but or I watch a lot of movies at home, but I'm here quite a bit.
Like a business owner. Speaking of movies, did you guys watch the new Batman yet?
I just watched it last night.
Same here. No spoilers. What'd you guys think of it?
I mean, I liked it, but Christian Bale, man, it's a hard Batman to beat. This one was it's a bit more real It's like if Batman was a little bit more real, you know, because he's a little bit more vulnerable. But yeah, Christian Bale's version of Batman and every other one before was pretty untouchable. Now, I mean, except for when he fought Bane, but yeah, this one's a little bit more. He could take some. He could take some. Well, he's took some shots,
Yeah.
and then but man, DC movies are so dramatic. It's like watching a freaking soap opera, man. As it's like one emotion, it's just kind of sad all the time, dark and gloomy. Like every DC movie is like that, and I mean that's why I like Marvel a lot more, because it's like watching a comic book come to life.
In DC, you feel it's like they're trying to bring that realism to too much to a degree, and it's kind of like,
And it's too much CGI, too much drama, too much, too much emotions, man. It's like, where's the action, the comedy, you can have some drama, a little bit of romance, but man, I don't like that. I don't like that the aspect of DC movies. But Christian Bale's the Dark Knight trilogy, oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Super great.
I liked I think they did good, but yeah, it's like Jason was saying, they made it more realistic, which I liked. Like they didn't focus too much as well on the money aspect of Bruce Wayne. It was more of just him being a person, and that's what I really liked. We got to see him more as an individual. So I really liked the way it was. 3-hour movie. I got hungry. I'm just saying.
So long. It's like watching Titanic over again.
oh my God. Like, you know what? I watched Titanic for 30 minutes and I said, forget it. Even though it's James Cameron. Like Terminator, I'll watch, but Titanic, no.
Was Terminator 3 hours?
Terminator 1 was 1 hour and 50 minutes. Number 2 was 2 hours. Number 3 was, I don't remember. I mean, I just looking at Terminator. There's number 1, there's number 2, and the rest are all garbage. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Only when Arnold's in it.
Well, even the
not
after
3 hours.
Huh?
The key is not feeling those 3 hours.
I mean, I was okay with the time. I watched Titanic when it came out in theaters. I sat through that 3 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
My mom wanted to watch it quite a bit. So I went with her.
I remember when my dad took me to James Bond for the first time, and I was like 6 years old, and he was like, "This is not a kid's movie, but you're gonna come with me." And then after that, I wanted to be like James Bond. That's why, like for me, I love like, that's why, like something like, that's why I do martial arts. I want to feel like I'm James Bond sometimes, he gets to beautiful women. That's why, I have a thing for like I always like that's why I love, sometimes I love Eastern European women. I'm like James Bond. I love women from all around the world. It's like that when you're single. So that's the thing.
That's how I got into Muay Thai. I watched Ong Bak in the theater, and I wanted to do that, so I did.
I once introduced myself as James Bond, and this one person was like, "You're very weird," and I said, "I know, I'm obsessed with it." So that was when I was 7. But you live and learn. But Ong Bak, that's it. Everyone says Ong Bak is like one of the best Muay Thai movies.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's an amazing movie. I don't think it's one of the best movies, though. I mean, for me, one of the best martial arts movies was Rumble in the Bronx.
Oh, Jackie Chan.
So good. It's a little bit more modern. It's has some great action in it, a little bit of comedy in it. It's a little bit more relatable to the US demographic, but it's man, I watched that movie when it came out in the theaters, and that was fantastic. I was too lazy as a kid to do anything with it though, but yeah, Ong Bak, when that came out, I wanted to do Muay Thai.
See, my dad was always watching Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. And he was always big into warm up, stretching, recovery, everything with it. And that was like a household thing. I'm like, this guy's fucking amazing. And just his mindset of just having that positive aspect of flow. Like Bruce Lee for me is amazing. But when you watch all those movies, Bruce Lee, what was the guy from Ong Bak?
Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa. And then you watch Jackie Chan movies. Those movies are amazing because they're doing their own stunts. So there's no these cutaways and you're like, that's not the back of his head. It's him the whole time. So you're just like in awe of somebody doing all this.
How about Jet Li too? I mean, Jet Li is someone we
amazing.
Who's the Indonesian martial artist? He was in The Raid 2.
The Raid. Yeah.
He was in Mile 22. Fantastic actor, martial artist.
He started as a stunt guy.
Yeah.
And he got into the movies. I forget the guy. Yeah, he was in Raid. Oh my gosh. I mean, you ever watched Raid?
No, for me, like the martial arts movies that I grew up on were Romeo Must Die.
That's what you grew up on? That's
man. That was my introduction to martial arts movies. Like the ones I saw were Blade 1, Romeo Must Die, Double Impact,
okay.
Yeah, those are the three that I remember because back in the Disney when DirecTV was illegal in Canada, you know, we somehow like my parents got it and we wanted American Satellite. We had the Action Channel because I wanted to watch the adult themed animes that, you know, you couldn't see on Cartoon Network. But then I saw these movies and I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. And that was my introduction to the martial arts movies. Well, Romeo Must Die, I watched at my cousin's house because he said it's a really cool movie. And yeah, that's my all-time favorite Jet Li movie.
That was a great movie. What was the other one? I think it was Red Dragon that he was in.
There's Kiss of the Dragon. There's The One. There's Cradle to the Grave.
I don't remember Cradle to the Grave.
And then DMX.
Kiss. Yeah, Cradle to the Grave had DMX in it. Kiss of the Dragon was so awesome. Yeah, The One was entertaining. Jason Statham's always a good martial artist as well.
Yeah, that guy's discipline's insane with the work that he does. I love it.
Oh, the movie Crank, classic.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
So
okay.
good.
Which one? Number 1 or number 2?
Number one.
Yeah.
One.
Number 2, they recycled it. It was like number 1's good enough. Well, you don't need a sequel or The Transporter or
Transporter. Yeah.
Number 1 and 2. Then they made a third one, and the third one is just asking.
First Transporter. I don't like when they carry on or do too much with it. It kind of you get that first experience with the number 1, and then like The Hangover, amazing. The first one was amazing because it was new and fresh, but then you get used to it and kind of like, you know, you can't relive that hype.
Second and third one were unnecessary. Also, Fast and Furious. I think we all collectively agree they just need to end Fast and Furious. And
they could go on to that movie, that franchise.
What's next?
That franchise, they could keep going. They could go farther into space. Space never ends. They could go back in time. They need to go. Fast and Furious needs to connect with Doc Brown, and they need to soup up that DeLorean, and they need to go back farther in time and maybe race against some dinosaurs.
That's what they were saying. Like Vin Diesel said, yeah, we're thinking of doing a crossover with Jurassic Park. We're into like discussions with Steven Spielberg. Yeah. And I was just doing like the shake my head emoji, like, no, just please, if you're gonna go that crazy, just please end it. Just end it. I mean, with gas prices so high, just end it.
What about Expendables?
I'm divided on that one because I love Dolph Lundgren, but to watch all these guys in their 70s, like the second Expendables, they brought Jean-Claude Van Damme as the villain, and the way he like talks with his French accent, where he's like, "Do not try to challenge me," and it's like. It's like, and it sounds like he sounds like when he says challenge, it sounds like a stylist, like a hair salon's very good stylist name, just the way he says it. By the way, I'm paraphrasing Ari Spears, the comedian, because he says that joke where he said like he heard him, but yeah, it was weird. Like, it's weird. You can't have all those old alpha males in one film. It's like they all want
entertainment though. It's so much entertainment.
It's like those WWE Royal Rumbles, those where they get every wrestler in the cage just slugging it out.
Yep.
It's just like one of those fights in Japan where they have the 300-pound guy versus the 150-pound guy. It's just a shock value.
It's entertainment. That's all it is. It's like there's no storyline. Like they'll get like another famous actor to be the villain. Like in the first Expendables, it was Eric Roberts, then Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then Mel Gibson. And now we don't know who the fourth. They're making a fourth one. Apparently, they wrapped up filming a fourth one. And
Nice.
the rumors were they were gonna put Pierce Brosnan in there. And I was like, no way. You put Pierce Brosnan in there, I will watch that. Because I'm sorry to say, but Pierce Brosnan is the worst James Bond, except for GoldenEye.
I would love it if they added Bas Rutten though. I'm just saying that personality's needed.
Bring back Sean Connery. Take him out of retirement.
Well, he's dead. He dead, but we can bring him up from the grave somehow.
Oh man, my bad.
It's okay. Rest in peace.
I'm sorry to all the Sean Connery fans out there. Fantastic actor. I'm not aware of the news or current events. Yeah.
You can't keep up anymore with like who died, who became famous. Like you can't. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. But like could you imagine Sean Connery just being brought back?
That would be amazing. I would watch it.
And with that accent of his, and like, but the thing is for Sean Connery, I know him as James Bond, but you know how I best know Sean Connery from Celebrity Jeopardy with Trebek and Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched that.
With Will Ferrell. Playing Sean Connery. Yeah. Oh damn it, Trebek.
That's not what your mother says, Trebek.
Take the penis mightier for 400.
I remember that. It's like you couldn't read it, and it's like the pen is mightier. No, the penis is mightier. And then it's like
with that mouse. With that mouse. No, but I kiss your mother.
Those guys, like, I'm sorry to say, but like that vintage SNL was like the height of like I would wake up. Okay, back then, like before the internet, we had Mad TV too. Do you guys remember Stewart from Mad TV and Coach Hines?
It's amazing. It's so good.
Mrs. Swan.
Oh, that's my mom's favorite character. Coach Hines. Yamanashi! Like they were genius. It's too bad. Like Chappelle Show. Let's all agree, the Rick James skit is the greatest sketch in sketch TV history, bar none. And the Prince basketball story. Everything else is like inferior to it. It doesn't matter. The Rick James.
No, Clayton Bigsby. Clayton Bigsby and Tyrone Biggums.
I remember that.
You can't beat those two. Way better than Rick James. Sorry.
Okay.
Man. Sorry.
Okay.
Clayton Bigsby and Tyrone Biggums. Fantastic.
Also, when Dave Chappelle does like the Black Bush skit where he's like, because at the time, like when George W was president, Dave's like, could you imagine if we had like at the time a black president? So they do like a black George W. Bush. It's one of the great. That's another great one where like
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's basically like if there was like a black version of George W. during the Iraq War, and they even have Jamie Foxx in it too. Like Jamie Foxx is another one that like he's another actor that can act. Like he can act. He's gonna be playing Tyson soon.
That's amazing.
Where does he rank for you guys?
Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was really good in the Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He got more screen time. I really liked how they used. So that Spider-Man movie was amazing.
Yeah.
I was completely surprised going into the whole thing. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He did such a great job.
I mean, Jamie Foxx is up there as a complete entertainer. He's got singing, obviously. He's got acting. You know, the Jamie Foxx show was hilarious back in like the good days of TV. I thought.
Yeah.
In Living Color.
Living Color.
Yeah. The Wayans brothers.
Oh yeah, I like that show.
So good.
Man, you can't do those shows today. Isn't it crazy how like if they
not at all.
It's like canceled. It's like there's no humor in it. Man, the 90s were wild. I feel like the 90s were like the last decade you could do anything and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
But now those actors are getting in trouble because
of things they said a decade
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, when the internet was first invented, if you
Mhm.
on there, then it's offensive.
So stupid. I honestly like it. Something tells me like there's gonna be like a big clap back to this whole cancel culture, and because like I have a theory. Okay, I'm not political, so like let's just make that very clear. But in 2024, if you know who, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, and then people are gonna be like, oh, he's for Trump. If Trump comes back in 2024, which could happen based on the way the world is right now, because it's playing into his lap.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. I think if he comes into power again, he'll be one. Cancel culture's done. Like everyone's gonna be like, there's gonna be a massive, massive clap back to this whole offensive generation, because people like they need to get off the computer. They need to do something. Like how do you have all that time to dig up people's past? Like doesn't it just amaze you guys? Like, it seems like we're so busy, like how people could just do this.
I mean, there's a lot of people sitting around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me too much. That's just the way the world works.
Too much
people-
comfort. Weak
Yeah,
shit.
people-
What's the poster you have? Weak shit breaks easily.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Weak
The
shit.
They
I
even
think
didn't.
the biggest thing is just like being hypersensitive and taking things so personally. It's like, it's not about you. It's just a joke. It's just the light humor. It's just somebody saying something, you giving it weight is giving that person more power and then making you more of an individual that's feeling like a victim. It doesn't need to go there. It's like, it's crazy. That's the biggest thing. Like me and Jason are both, very precautious on what we post and how we post and say things, because somebody's going to take it the wrong way.
But at the other end of that, people that go into a room and start just spitting some dark humor and really offensive language, man, you guys gotta feel that room out a little bit. Like you guys gotta get to know your audience. Like you can't be saying whatever you want either. So I mean it works both ways.
And this is just know the crowd you're with, because then otherwise, like,
yeah, man, because people walk in, say a joke, and man, that's just a horrible joke. It's not funny at all. And I don't even know you. Maybe if I knew you and I got the context a little bit, but if people don't know you and you want to say whatever you want to say, man, it's good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, know your audience, and timing is everything.
Timing and context.
Don't follow them. That's my biggest thing. Like, could you believe this person said this? I'm like, why are you even watching it? If you don't like them, if you know they're going to say stuff like that, why are you even following them?
Change the channel.
There's no point for that. You know what I mean?
All right, so it's super true. Like if it offends you that much, why are you looking at it? Like you just curate social media. Like that's what I do. That's you can't you can't take everything offensively. So I'm gonna ask you guys. Obviously I was talking about video games. So Jason, you got into fighting because of Fatal Fury and Mortal Kombat. So
Not Mortal Kombat. Fatal Fury. That gets all. Fatal Fury is like so Street Fighter was Capcom. Mortal Kombat was Midway. Fatal Fury was SNK. It's a Japanese. I think they're all Japanese, but SNK was a Japanese brand, famous on the Neo Geo console. Was it? I think that was the console it was on. But,
so this wasn't in the arcades.
It was in the arcades too.
I remember Street Fighter,
but the home console was in Neo Geo. And then Samurai Showdown was another amazing video game.
I remember that game. It's on from Capcom. Yeah.
Such a great game. But Joe Higashi from Fatal Fury, amazing. So I give all the credit to Joe Higashi and then also Ong Bak.
For me, it's got to be Dolph Lundgren from Rocky IV, because he does the same style of karate I do. And I'd even say Ken from Street Fighter in the video games. That's
okay. Nice.
Yeah. I'm not a Ryu guy. I like Ken. He's American, so
nice.
He's America, but man, that Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme was terrible. Did you guys ever watch that one?
Yeah. When it came out, wasn't he didn't he have some issues on the filming of that movie?
Yeah. So allegedly that's where his cocaine addiction started to
I didn't
really
want to
show.
say it, but you know, that's
Someone get the Rick James. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
oh man. Yeah. So yeah, he maybe that it made the movie what it was. You know, we can't turn back time. We just got to take it for what it is.
They made Guile the main character. Like, you don't make Guile the main character. The main character is supposed to be. Guile's awesome. There's Ken and Ryu. It's not Guile. It's Ken and Ryu.
I mean, you have a good point, but Guile is still awesome.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But then Van Damme did a movie. It's the worst movie. Now it's fun to watch. Like when I'm really bored, like if I'm on a Sunday night and I have nothing to do, double team with Dennis Rodman. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh my God. Like some just really obscure B-rated
just don't know what's going
movies.
on. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Action movies.
Mickey
like
Rourke's the villain.
Seagal did, like just anything Steven Seagal did, but I mean, they're hilarious. It's a cult following.
Steven Seagal. You ever see that show he did where he's like a police officer in Louisiana, and he's like, and like people are like, "Hey, Steven," he goes to like the Spanish area. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "¿Qué pasa, homie?" He's like, "Bro, we're in America. We're not in Mexico." He's like, no. He's like, "I got to speak your language." And then he goes around, and it's like, he goes to like a ghetto part, and he goes, "Yo, what's up, dog?" And the guy's like, "Steven, you're an actor. You're not a cop. What the hell?" And remember, do you guys remember that where Steven was like doing all these? Oh my,
not at all.
Oh my God.
You gotta see. Send me a clip of that movie on YouTube. I want to check that movie out.
What's the movie he did with the Wayans brothers?
Steven Seagal?
Yeah, he did a movie with one of the Wayans brothers. The one that did
I know there was an action movie like
A Low Down Dirty Shame. The guy who did that one, it's the same Wayans brother. Oh my God.
Damon Wayans?
Maybe Damon.
Was it
Damon was the tall one.
There's Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr.
It was an older movie. Damon Wayans, the cop, he was like a consultant detective or something like that. I remember that one.
He did such a bunch of direct to movies. Like for me, when I think of Steven Seagal, like I remember Under Siege, because like I used to have an obsession with trains as a kid. The second one, the first one was the battleship, and the second one was like with the trains, and like it's like, and he's like doing like the knife trick with like his Aikido, and it's like trying to make Aikido look like a legit martial art, but it's like no.
Do you remember Will Sasso from Mad TV doing the Steven Seagal impersonations? Snapping everyone's neck.
I briefly remember the one thing I know about Steven Seagal, because the reason why I'm bringing his name up now is because there was a meme. Apparently, like I thought it was legit because Rogan posted it, but apparently it was a parody where CNN said Steven Seagal was in Ukraine helping the Russian forces, and it was like no, and then it turns out it was fake, and apparently he's banned from Ukraine because he's friends with Putin. Steven.
Oh. There's UFC. There's a UFC fighter that's fighting in the Ukraine.
He's fighting in the Ukraine or
yeah,
fighting out of the Ukraine?
He's in the army.
Oh,
they had him in full gear.
Okay.
They had him in full gear and
I think
everything.
a lot of the boxers, the Klitschko brothers.
Sorry. Yeah.
Usyk, Lomachenko, like they're all. Those are tough people, man. Like you got to give them credit. Like they're putting like their fame on the line to defend their country.
Everything.
Man, hats off to them, man. That's bravery right there.
Usyk, I became a fan of him after that because I'm always a fan of like the fighters that like have a personality and Eastern, because like the Eastern Europeans, except the Shevchenkos, they have more character. Like they have like some color to them because they're really American. Let's just be honest. Like they're from Kyrgyzstan, but they're like Americanized already. Like you guys adopted them. Like I'm not saying you two, but I mean America. But like it's like they don't say much, but man, like just hearing like how what's articulate they are, the Ukrainian boxers. Like when you look at the translation and what they're saying, it's like wow. It's like I'm a fan. Like I love what they're doing.
I mean, because what they say will make worldwide news, so they don't want to embarrass their country either. Look at some of the interviews and look at some of the stuff that gets posted of some fighters. Man, you get blown out of proportion, or you're just being obnoxious, and you know people don't watch what they say. But you know, in this day and age, man, it's if once it goes online, it's forever known. You know, you're gonna make history.
It's that internet, man. The internet, like you never, like you got the internet, man. It's like we're living in a weird era because before you could just say stuff. Now with the internet, it's like, man, your footprint's there forever. Like if you become famous, like you get a meme made out of it. I'll probably have a meme made out of me somehow from one of my interviews, but it's like I just embrace it. It's like, okay, cool, it's publicity for me, but
what was the clip that we got with when Brendan Moreno was training with Valentina? They were doing an interview and they showed a clip of you training with Valentina, and they're like, oh, here's a shot of Brendan Moreno training, and they kept replaying it. I'm like, these guys don't know. And it was, oh my gosh. It was like a Muay, it was MMA experience. It was a podcast too. And they kept re-showing the same clip, and it was Jason's face. He had the shirt on, the Andrada shirt on. And I was like, they're just gonna keep it. I got it sent from so many students that watched that podcast. I was laughing. They're like, they keep saying Brendan Moreno, and it's Jason in the clip. But it's just
I think I remember somebody posting. I didn't get it at first.
Dink sent that.
Okay. I didn't get it at first, but now that makes so much sense. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he's in the background the whole time. I was just dying laughing.
That's nuts. That's like they don't get it, right? Like you see, that's how much. But what was that like with being with Brendan? Like when you met him, did you tell him like, hey, people mistake me for you? Did you get a chance to tell him that?
I never brought that up, man. I don't want to be a weirdo. Like, hey man, we're the same. No, I did get finally got a selfie with him. Back when I sent you.
Yeah.
Man, that guy is super nice. I like working with that guy. He's fun to train with. Not so much on the wrestling aspect. I didn't go too much with him, but the striking, boxing and Muay Thai is the striking part of our training was really fun with him. Yeah, I liked it.
That's amazing. That's and like so like when you're with him, like do you feel like that this guy like should have beat? Do you guys think he won against Figueiredo the last UFC? Like,
you didn't watch it, huh?
I don't think I watched it. I missed a lot of the past UFC fights.
I watched the fight. The biggest thing for me with that fight is he held well for the rounds. What screwed him up was the leg kick. Because if you noticed when he ate I counted him 5 is when he wasn't able to launch off that leg anymore. He couldn't even take a step forward. But he was maintaining his guard. So whenever he came in, he was shooting his combinations. It wasn't that he wasn't giving up, as he could not shoot off that leg. And when you take that lead leg out like that, he wasn't switching stances comfortably the way he could, because again, if you switch your lead leg that you can't even launch off of to go to your back leg, you're not going to be taking those jumps in. So he did with what he could. And that was amazing. You gotta think he's fighting at that capacity. Leg kicks are no joke. That hurt. Oh my God. Last night's fights, I caught some of the last clips with Santos, and even the inside leg kicks. Oh my gosh, that man is not walking today. No. It was all purple and red. I was just, and the leg swelling was almost instant by the 4th round.
When someone takes those leg kicks, what is it that happens to the leg usually? Is it like they get bruised up, or like, is it nerve damage? Like, what is it that, from what you've seen when people come to you from taking leg kicks?
So with the leg kicks, if they're not conditioned, depending if like they're getting kicked in the calf, you're using your calf muscle to launch into kicks. That's your stability. That's your spring, as Jason likes to call it in class. That's your spring. That thing is stabilizing you, but also launching you and supporting you, not even just in your kicks, but in your punches as well. So when I've seen that go up, automatically when the calf muscles tighten up, it automatically is going to affect your composure of your foot, because it's going to pull on your arch and you get the tingling in your toes. You don't feel the stability. Now, inside leg kicks and that into the inside thigh, that's a whole nother thing. That is such a sensitive, your adductors are so sensitive in that area. A lot of that's not conditioned well for it. And the moment that starts getting shredded, your quads just start to contract, and it's very hard to keep flow with it.
And that's why I have to put Voltaren on after competitions, because like the Voltaren it numbs the pain, but It's like the one thing, like, thank goodness I work from home now with the job I have and the benefits. But when I used to work at a supermarket, they're like, no, you got to come in. I was like, I can't walk. It's like,
Yeah, there's even outside leg kicks. Those you got your sciatica nerve that runs all the way down. You've got so many nerves that just attach at that. You got everything from the inside and the outside. Like there was I forget who fought, and that was the first reaction. People were like, what happened? The guy took an inside leg kick towards the knee, but his whole bottom leg just cramped in and tucked in, and and he said, I'm fine. He wasn't feeling it, but the nerve got impinged immediately. So the leg seized up and he couldn't walk anymore, but he felt fine. And it's just shit like that happens sometimes. Like you're mentally there, the rest of your body can do it, but that leg is not going to work at that point when as soon as that nerve's impinged.
Yeah, that makes that's like
It's
man. They really do some damage, don't they?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, try driving on pop tires. It just doesn't work.
And even if someone's conditioned, like if you look at Jay's shins, that's no joke. That when someone's shins are so conditioned and their technique is there, like there's been, like, we haven't sparred in a while, but when we would spar in the gym, the accuracy and the technique, even he's going what, 30%, 40% with me. After a while, that hurts. He's hitting the exact same spot every single time, and that shin is just heavy and loaded.
That's why you got to condition. You got to constantly. what's the best?
Check a kick.
Check a kick. Grab a kick. Yeah.
Stop focusing on attacking. Check. Move. Don't be there. You know, it's not all about conditioning. Like fucking move. Like get the hell out of the way. You don't want to get hit. Either you block it or you move. Man, when you take them, you just better hope you're conditioned.
That's so. But what's the way to condition the shins? Like I know you say move, check,
Bag
like,
a lot.
Kick the bag
a lot. Stop doing the rolling pins. Stop kicking freaking bats and
Coke bottles.
Yeah. I've heard people glass bottles and rolling and like sticks on the. You kill the nerves, but you don't make the bones any harder.
And that's the thing. That's the biggest thing. It's the bone. You need the microfractures.
Like get a good quality heavy bag. Get a solid heavy bag, not one of those marshmallow ones, and kick the hell out of it. And plus, you get to work on your technique for kicking. Like learn your body mechanics, learn the basics, like train the basics. Get really good at those basics because. Man, those save lives.
The rolling pin isn't going to do anything for you. Who kicks you going down your shin? Nobody. It doesn't happen anywhere. So that's like the biggest thing. Hey. So like rolling pin does not work. It's all you're doing is killing nerve endings, but you're not strengthening the shin. And you need to have those microfractures to build muscle for bone remodeling. So it's stronger and stronger every time. Like, yeah, can you show this? Can you show him your leg? Show him your leg.
I don't know. You're just gonna
Can you see?
You're just gonna
No, you're gonna see this. This is what I want him to see.
Do you want to see my shin, Drew?
Sure.
That's so weird.
No, but because if you look at it, everybody else, once they stare, they're like, holy shit, yeah. This thing is, go ahead. Let's see. All right, come all the way through.
Yeah, there's like a lot of marks there. So
yeah. When that hits, that's not fun. And it's just you have to out condition somebody else. That's basic. It's you got to be better than somebody else. So it's the heavy bag work.
That was really weird.
Yeah, but listen, it's gonna help people know what to do because the thing is too, we get at my karate school. I mean, we get people that say, I want to compete, but luckily the teacher I have, because like. Not all, but some are going to say, yeah, no problem. We'll throw you in competitions, but they don't properly prepare you for the conditioning. Mine has done this for 30 years. He's not going to throw you in there. He's going to make sure you're ready and conditioned. That's what I like about him. So thank you, Jean-Pierre. You don't rush people. You tell them to take their time, and that's what you need.
Exactly.
So so the last question I have here is, what's the hope for 2022? I know it's going to be good. It's going to end well. Because we're all busy. What's the hope for you guys? What's the goals for you guys for 2022 this year?
Just get more students, get my guys more fights, get my team more fights, and just keep building up my student base. So, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 years, move into a bigger spot, because a lot of the classes are getting really packed right now, but it's not consistent enough to expand at the moment. So when that time comes, I'll make the decision to pull the trigger and get a much bigger gym.
Nice.
But yeah, just I don't have too much long-term goals. I just keep going forward and doing the best I can every day.
Awesome. What about for you, Cindy, with Happy Panda now launching their app, and what's the goal for 2022?
My biggest thing is just like I always tell people, I can never stop learning. So I got new certs coming up. I'm getting recertified again for sports massage. And it's funny, a lot of people are like, well, didn't you get that last year? I'm like, yeah, but it's a different instructor this year. And my biggest thing is how somebody state something one way and how they show something can be completely different on how it was learned before. So I'm always learning. I'm always reading books, always upping my knowledge, always reading clinical trials. I can always take from what's going on around me, and it's just growing that knowledge base and just making sure I'm taking awesome care of my clients and making sure the gym is running smooth. And definitely we want the gym to grow, definitely eventually get into a bigger space. If anybody wants to help us with a bigger space, that would be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I hope once this episode airs, I hope you guys we got to get it to the Shevchenkos too, because we got to grow it. I mean, they're gonna see I spoke to you guys. So this is an announcement. This is a statement to Valentina, the bullet Shevchenko. Valentina, I don't care if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I'd love to have you on as the GOAT of combat sports, one of the GOATs. There's a few, it's subjective, but she's up there. Same with you, Antonina, if you want to come on. I've had Cindy and Jason. So guys, make sure to support them. I mean, they always support you guys, but I mean, this show, it's crazy what's happened since I've had you guys on, and it's crazy, like some of the most views ever. And where can people connect with you guys if they want to train or learn about rehabbing?
Just hit up if you want to train some Muay Thai. If you want to, if your dream is to compete, then hit up my Instagram, Andrada Muay Thai, on Instagram, and then my Facebook as well. You can message me. You can, if you just want to have any conversations or you have any questions, check out my personal one, Ridiculous J702. And that's my personal Instagram. And then, or you could just come by the gym and start training.
What about you, Cindy?
My Instagram, coachpandalv. My information's on there. You message me through there. You get me directly. You could talk to me about recovery, booking sessions, getting sessions in. Even if you're not training, that's the biggest thing. Even if you're not doing a striking sport, I'm working with all level athletes. So definitely interested. If you want to come check me out, definitely do. Or you could find me here training at Andrada Muay Thai.
Awesome. All right, guys. And make sure, as for the Drew Experience, make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe button. If you like this, they'll be on YouTube and all audio platforms. We versatile. We're the show that's 80% combat sports and 20% everything else. And then once again, as for the Shevchenko sisters who've seen my conversations, guys, I'm going to have you on soon. And we could have all four of you. We could have all five. If we could get you two with one of them, or all of them with Pavel. Pavel wants to come on. We're going to make that episode 3,000 to 10,000 more, a million views. We got to push it to the viewers in Kyrgyzstan somehow.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming on.
Hey,
Thank
thanks,
you
Drew.
so much, Drew. It's always a pleasure. You take care.
Good seeing you, bro.